the commencement of the strike, TAG has been actively engaging with key stakeholders to ensure that CETA's demands are met for the tutors to resume their classroom activities. We have held discussions with the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, the Minister for Education on 2 occasions, the Director for Tertiary Education, the Conference of Principals of Colleges of Education, in our pursuit to resolve the CETA strike action. Despite receiving numerous assurances from the government that the tutors' demands will be addressed to end the strike, it is almost 2 months since the strike began, with no concrete indications of its resolution. Therefore, Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana, representing almost 70,000 teacher trainees from all the 46 public colleges of education in Ghana, convened this press conference to address this pressing issue alongside other challenges that teacher trainees encounter in the colleges of education. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, it will interest you to note that this is not the first instance where the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana has resorted to a prolonged strike action. We vividly recall a similar occurrence in November 2022 and in August 2023, which led to numerous of we students deferring courses and programs. We are fully aware of its consequences on students, and so it is imperative that we avoid a repetition of this distress scenario. The nationwide strike by CETA, which commenced on the 14th of June 2024 and persists to this very day, has paralyzed the teacher education system. This prolonged disruption has precipitated a critical crisis, jeopardizing the future of thousands of future educators. The strike has left teacher trainees in a state of uncertainty, with their academic progress halted and their future prospects hanging in the balance. The government has failed to provide clear communication regarding the resumption of academic activities and a clear path forward. We do not know whether they will be required to sit, whether we will be required to sit for examinations for the semester marked by no class attendance, or if they would need to prepare for exams amidst the strike. Also, level 400 students do not know as to whether on 7th September they will be completing from the colleges of education. The strike has imposed immense pressure and financial strain on all teacher trainees, especially the level 400 teacher trainees. Many have been compelled to extend their rental agreements, incurring additional costs. The strike action also poses psychological and emotional distress to us as students. The prolonged strike action has severely impacted the mental and emotional well-being of teacher trainees. The lack of structure, clarity, and direction has engendered a sense of anxiety and frustration. Teacher trainees have left their various campuses to their homes because there is no academic activities ongoing. As stated earlier, we had numerous engagements with key stakeholders since the inception of the strike. We met with the Deputy Director General for Ghana Education Commission, the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, the Minister, Conference of Principals of Colleges of Education, the chairperson, and even the Colleges of Education Teachers Association, that is CETA. The government gave TAG the assurances that the demands of CETA will be met in a timely manner in order for the strike to be called off. Despite the escalating crisis, the government has delayed in taking a decisive action to address the pressing concerns of both teachers and teacher trainees. The government's delay signifies a lack of commitment to teacher education, and this goes a long way to have a devastating effect on the future of Ghana's education. The CTAC strike is as a result of a larger systematic failure within the teacher training system. Addressing the following fundamental challenges is essential to establishing a sustainable and thriving teacher education system in our country. Colleges of education across Ghana suffer from inadequate facilities, including insufficient laboratories, libraries and dormitories, and then lecture blocks, among others. This limits the quality of training given to teacher trainees and hampers the overall learning environment. The absence of properly equipped laboratories and libraries restricts students' access to essential resources and practical learning experiences, directly impacting their ability to acquire the knowledge and skills needed to become effective educators. The current allowances for teacher trainees is insufficient to cover their basic expenses and academic necessities. This financial strain creates undue stress and hinders their inability to focus on their studies. Ladies and gentlemen from the media, it will interest you to know that we wrote on several occasions to the ministry requesting for an increment of the allowances, because ever since its inception for the past 7 years to 8 years now, the allowance has remained the same amount, posing financial strain to students. The quality and quantity of food provided in the feeding component are often inadequate because these allowances are so meager, reflecting insufficient funding allocated to these critical aspects of student support. Investing in teacher trainees is an investment in the future of education in Ghana. We call for a significant increment in teacher trainees' allowances, substantial improvement in the quality of feeding components, and increased feed funding for essential resources and infrastructure. It is pathetic to know that some mentoring universities or some colleges of education delay in releasing the examination results to the students. Also, there are some irregularities in some of the results being released. Fluctuations in examination results from some mentoring universities have rendered some trainees unable to monitor their academic progress. It will surprise you that some newly trained teachers and trainees in level 400 students in level 400 do not even have access to their level 200 results. That calls for all mentoring universities to release accurate results to their constituents in a timely manner. The shortage of functioning buses in the colleges of education significantly limits students' inability to engage in essential activities, including school observation programs and field trips. We urge the government to allocate resources for dedicated buses in colleges of education. This will ensure that students can participate in essential activities and receive a comprehensive education. Ladies and gentlemen from the media, TAG makes the following demands. The Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana demands immediate and decisive action from the government to address these urgent concerns. Our demands include resolution of the CTAC strike. We call on the government to prioritize negotiation with CTAC and find a swift and equitable solution to the issues that have led to this strike. 2. Investment in college infrastructure. We demand a significant investment in infrastructure improvement in colleges of education, including the construction of adequate laboratories, libraries, and accommodations. 3. Increased allowances and improved feeding components. We call for a substantial increment in teacher trainees' allowances, and for the feeding component to be reviewed to ensure sufficient quantity and quality of food. 4. Provision of buses. We demand that the government allocates sufficient resources to provide dedicated buses for all colleges of education to facilitate student transportation for field trips and then other student activities. We firmly believe that investing in teacher training is an investment in the future of education in Ghana. The government must recognize the critical role of teacher trainees in shaping the future of our nation. We urge all stakeholders, including the Ministry of Education, the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, and the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, and the general public, including the media, to join us in demanding urgent action to address these critical issues in teacher education. Thank you for your audience.